Hi everyone, Tony from Act the Movies here, and today we're talking about the original Silent Night, Deadly Night. It's probably the most popular Santa slasher ever, but is it like the best Santa slasher ever? Let's find out today on Hack the Movies.
Tapes, we're talking about tapes.
Hello Tim, how are you?
Tony, it's the most wonderful time of the year.
It is. I usually wear my classic T-Rex Christmas sweater, but you insisted that for this episode I dress like Santa.
Dude, you look awesome.
Thank you. I took some liberties, aka I am recycling the Grinch hat and beard because I don't have a regular one, and I'm rocking the Terrifier 3 Christmas shades. I look pretty damn cool.
It looks like I want to buy drugs from you.
Yes, Silent Night, Deadly Night. You love this movie.
I love this movie.
Iconic.
Just,
you just did something recently for it, right?
Yeah. We did an officially licensed collection. Yeah, it sold really well. There will be extras.
Okay.
This month, probably right around Christmas, maybe after Christmas, but you can pick some stuff up.
Yeah.
It was a great collection. Yeah, you got to check it out.
And you put it out because it is what, the 40th anniversary?
40th anniversary.
Movie? Very famous, very controversial movie. Not the first Santa slasher, though.
No.
I mean, I don't know what the first one is, but I assume it's Christmas Evil.
It's Christmas Evil, and apparently in the Tales from the Crypt movie, they did something in like the 70s or something like that.
Oh, the Tales from the Crypt. I should rewatch that.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since I've seen that one.
Mm-hmm.
I remember at some point there's like a skeleton on a motorcycle, and I don't know the context of it anymore.
Well, we love that.
But yeah, Christmas Evil is really good. I saw that for the first time on Joe Bob Show a few years ago, where he also played whatever the title is, Deadly Games. We'll go with Deadly Games, which I reviewed on Patreon last year with the real Santa. You expect me to believe that you coming into the store wearing a Santa hat, I'm just going to assume you're the real Santa?
Yes.
Because I do. Oh my God, Santa's in the store.
How are ya?
And you know it's Santa because he's got the red hat. You can't fake that.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
But yeah, this is the big one. Now, my first memory of this movie, I'm staring at it. The big box. The classic Silent Night, Deadly Night big box. I used to see this all the time in video stores. You have it signed.
Yeah. We had Robert Brian Wilson at our first pop-up in LA in 2019. Nice. And one of the best covers, one of the best big boxes I've ever released for sure.
Oh, I have to read the back of this box.
Yeah.
Hold on, here we go. Bearing the emotional scars of a young boy who has seen his mother and father brutally murdered by a savage killer in a Santa Claus costume, 18-year-old Billy explodes into a lethal frenzy. He's asked to put on a Santa Claus suit himself to entertain the customers of the department store where he works. Reminded by the tragic events that have marked his life, Billy embarks on a killing rampage that is as ghastly and controversial as anything seen on film. They were very aware. Silent Night, Deadly Night is the movie they tried to stop you from. It should have been you. They should have made that one capital too. From seeing, and it's now in its original and uncut version, recommended for mature audience only, not to be missed. When did they put this out? 1986, they put this package out, but I think it was from 1980. Was it from? The movie takes place in 1984.
Yep, the other thing I was going to say was 84.
Yeah. So yes, I used to see this cover all the time. It's one of my favorite horror movie posters.
So
just
cool.
the Santa hand coming out of the fireplace. I remember the one year I worked at a credit union and I had to make Christmas invitation for the Christmas party, and I replaced the axe with a Santa bag, and they didn't like it. They were like, "What is
Losers.
this?" They're like, "What is this?" Yeah, it's Santa. They're like, "Where'd you get this picture from?" I'm like, nothing. What are you talking about?
Don't worry about it.
It's fine. Nothing. And I got it from nothing. What is your first memory of Silent Night, Deadly Night?
Silent Night, Deadly Night was, I bought I think it was an Anchor Bay DVD release when I was maybe in 8th grade. I was researching horror movies, and I remember seeing the cover and it said the movie they tried to ban. And mothers couldn't stop it. And, the marketing for the DVD was really good. So I saw it later on, but I was this is the greatest shit ever.
I didn't really get around to seeing this until college, to be honest. It was just one that I just never caught on TV and I never went out and rented.
Yeah.
Even though I stared at the box art all the time. For whatever reason, I wasn't allowed to rent Silent Night, Deadly Night.
I wonder why.
I was allowed to rent like everything else. Apparently this one, they're like, no, we're not getting that one.
This one made the headlines, man.
Yeah. Yeah. You look in the history of this, people hated this. Who hated this in particular?
Pretty much all Catholics, as well as moms, the PTA, like all kinds of people like that. It also was like,
But there was a specific actor, right?
oh, yes, we were talking about this. Mickey Rooney was like leading the front lines and like, you can't make Santa bad.
Yeah.
And then full circle ends up starring in Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 5, The Toy Maker. Absolutely just like, and you know they asked him to do it on purpose. They're like, hey, do you still care about this? This would be really good marketing.
You'd be like, I guess so.
I need money.
We finally roped him in. See Mickey Rooney in Silent Night, Deadly Night 5.
Which is actually the best one.
Really?
Like, of the sequels, in my opinion.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, look, maybe next year we'll come back and do what is the
Part
best.
5 is awesome.
Let's do what is the worst Silent Night, Deadly Night, because there's
Oh, God.
the 5 original, and then there's the remake.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything after that.
No.
There's a new movie called Christmas Bloody Christmas that was pitched as a remake but turned down, so then they reworked it to be its own thing.
Wasn't it just announced that the Terrifier people are doing this? Like rebooting this or something? Or no? I'm pretty sure I just heard that.
Huh. I feel like they just kind of already did that with Terrifier 3, but
Fact
more
check.
power to them.
Yeah, fact check.
Will David Howard Thornton come back? He already was the mean one,
Yeah.
and he was Christmas art. Is he going to come back as Billy?
As Billy,
He should still be 18, though, and it's just really obvious.
he bulks up and gets abs. Yeah.
But yeah, even though we did a pre-plot synopsis, let's get into this wonderful film. Directed by Charles Sealer, can't pronounce that last name, and written by Michael Hickey. Now,
Okay.
nothing on their credits really jumped out at me, but Michael Hickey has one thing here. He authored a stage play called Murrow. It was about the life of the newscaster Edward R. Murrow. And it premiered at the Bristol Riverside Theater in Bucks County,
No way!
Pennsylvania. I'm like, wait a minute.
What the hell?
That's where we are. That
That's
was
random.
the only notable thing I saw on his resume. I didn't recognize
And it's
anything
local.
else. If it had been any other town, I would have been like, oh.
So random.
All right, so let's get into this weird fucking movie. Opens up with a creepy kid singing.
In the night, close the door, turn out the light.
And then we get the cool, like, cartoon blood.
Blood, which is awesome. Which is awesome.
Deadly night.
Which is awesome.
We see a family. They're driving through the mountains of Utah, we find out.
Yep.
And they're just listening to annoying songs. I don't think I've heard most of these Christmas songs.
These are like deep cut Mormon tracks.
Yeah,
Like,
I
have
was
no idea.
I'm sitting there like, I don't know what this song is.
Some Utah radio Christmas carols.
So we have two parents, and then we have little Billy, who's
Yeah.
reading his Night Before Christmas book. He's very into it. And we have little Ricky, right?
Little baby.
He will be important later.
Yes.
They're on their way to see their grandfather before Christmas. They show up at the Utah Mental Asylum.
Nothing like a Christmas loony bin visit, Tony. Nothing like it.
How often do you visit the loony bin? I don't think you're supposed to call them loony bins anymore. Well, how often do you visit them
Oh
at
God!
Christmas?
Don't cancel me. I feel like I'm dealing with. I'm looking at Tony right now, rocking this outfit.
Yeah.
How could I not be thinking about the loony bin right now? But anyway,
By the way, I love that you insisted I dress like Santa, and then you wore no Christmas
I was
stuff.
thinking literally right when I left, I was like, man, I don't have anything. I was like, I don't even have a Santa with muscles shirt.
And you were so insistent I wear this. That's the worst part.
I think it makes it better now. I'm just a
I
regular.
had a Christmassy thing. You made me go. You know what? You know what?
Oh,
I
no.
got you. I got you.
Here we go.
Elf hat or reindeer antlers?
I'll take the reindeer.
Okay. Do these light up anymore?
Oh wow.
They do light up, and it's broken and bent. There you go. Put that over your hat. Now you're
Perfect.
Christmassy. There you go.
All right, guys, we're in it.
We're in it now. Now the
We're in it.
episode is perfect.
I will not be pulling your sleigh later, Tony.
And then the lights just turned off as soon as
Perfect.
you put them on.
These triple A's are probably dying in here.
Okay, you're keeping them on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they go to the mental asylum. And Billy's confused because the grandfather just sits there smiling. He's brain dead, basically.
Just staring.
And they're like, he can't talk or anything. And then Billy has a good point. He's like, oh, why are we even here? Like,
Yeah.
I kind of like get the, I would have, if I was the dude's son, I know it's your dad, but I would have called them and be like, yeah, are they still like no lights on upstairs?
Dude, they drove like 8 hours to see him. Like, it
Yeah.
was like,
I would do a phone call and be like, are there any changes? Because I got a lot to do. Yeah, so they go to talk to the doctor about the grandfather's condition. And when they leave, we find out that the grandfather is not brain dead. He's just a crazy person.
yeah.
Mom!
What the fuck was this?
This was just like this little kid having the worst bowl cut ever, and then his grandfather staring him right in the face and being like, yo, Christmas is terrifying. If you see Santa Claus, get the hell out.
Santa punishes
Yeah.
the young children who are naughty. And he's like, he does? He's like, yeah, he's going to punish you.
He's
He's
like-
not going to give you presents. And like little Billy's like, oh my God.
He's literally like, I'm done. He's like, no more Christmas.
And then the parents don't realize when they come back, the dad's kind of changed positions
Yeah.
a little bit. It's like, come on.
She's like, yeah, do you think he could have said something to him?
I need to know the backstory of this grandfather.
We got nothing, yeah.
There's something wrong with him, considering how insane his grandkids become. There's something hereditary here.
Some deep-rooted genetic shit going on for sure with this.
Something in their past messed up this family.
Not good.
Hardcore. So yeah, now Billy has this fear that Santa punishes people.
Yeah.
I sure hope nothing happens to reinforce that fear. Cut to a Santa Claus just shooting a convenience store owner and robbing him for $30.
And not only that, but like killing the shit out of him. Like,
Yes.
Like blasting him twice in the chest and then the finish right to the forehead.
Yeah. I don't think they knew what kind of killer they wanted this Santa, because I'm like, okay, that seemed like he was just trying to like rob him and like just take his money, and he's mad that he didn't get enough money.
Yeah.
But then the family runs into him and he makes no attempt to rob them at all. He just pulls the gun out to shoot them.
Yeah, pretends that his car's broken down.
Yeah.
They pull over and he's just, they're like, hey, Santa, you need any help? No, not really. And then just, boom, immediate
Yeah.
gun.
Shoots the dad, grabs the mom, tries to get a little naughty with her. Then she fights back, so then he slices her throat. And then he just starts yelling into the woods because he knows Billy ran out there.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, little baby Ricky's just crying in the car.
Yeah. And then he's just like, calling the kid, where you at, you little bastard?
Yeah.
Like, just freaking him out. The kid watches his mom die.
Yeah. And then we never get to see the end of this interaction.
No.
I assumed the guy just left or was
That's what I was
arrested or
assuming,
something.
yeah.
Yeah, they didn't really tell you what happened to that guy. It's like, was he caught? Is he in an asylum somewhere?
Yeah, just
Did they
kinda
put him in the same asylum as the grandfather?
The homies now.
Yeah, they're friends. I told my grandson that Santa's a killer. He's like, oh, guess what? I think I met your grandson.
Son, my bad.
Is he still afraid of Santa? Oh, yeah, I'd say he's pretty afraid of Santa.
Oh, no.
So then we cut to 1974.
Mm-hmm.
Little Billy's in the orphanage. They make everyone draw pictures of Santa. I'm sorry, if I'm at this like school, the nuns at the school, I'd be like, Billy, feel free to not participate in this one if you don't want to.
Yeah. Like, they knew what happened. Obviously, Christmas is bringing out the worst in this kid.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, they're like, Billy, you can sit this one out. Draw butterflies. I don't care. Yeah, so he draws a picture of Santa, and it's Santa being stabbed by like 10,000 daggers, and his reindeer being decapitated.
Yeah.
He's taking it out on the reindeer.
And
you better be careful, Tim. You're now a target with those antlers on you.
Tony, put the knife down.
So, Mother Superior, who is the forensic lady from Predator 2.
And she sucks in this, by the way.
She's pretty terrible.
It's horrible.
She's like arguing with the other nun, the younger nun, about what to do with Billy. And she insists that Billy doesn't remember the murder. And I'm like, why would you assume that?
He just drew a portrait. Obvious.
Yeah.
That's like,
And the nun's like, oh, he's clearly still like messed up. We should probably be doing better work here. She's like, no, he doesn't remember. It's like, I'm pretty sure he remembers. Yeah. It's pretty. He was old enough where like, I don't think you could block it out at that.
you're
like,
not blocking it out.
I'll give you like 2 or 3. When you're like 4, 5, 6,
You're
like, no, you're
remembering
going to
everything.
remember that shit. Especially something like that.
Yes.
No one's just going to wake up one day and be like, whatever happened to Oh, right, Santa cut them up in front of me. I
God,
forgot
dude.
about it.
You don't forget that kind of thing.
No, so they assume they don't remember, and Mother Superior keeps arguing. She knows how to fix them, though. She'll figure out how to fix them.
We know how to fix him, Tony.
So then Billy leaves his room. He's not supposed to leave his room.
Nope.
He's being very naughty, and he leaves his room. And then he hears, are these like teenage orphans?
I'm assuming these are teenage orphans, and my
Okay.
boy Billy did the classic keyhole look through.
Yeah. Which in my lifetime, I don't think I've ever lived in a world where I had those keyholes that you could actually look
I
through.
think we're too old to the point where we had like those iron keys that like that you actually had to stick in a gigantic keyhole. I think we lived past that point, but yes, exactly. Or you had like a big ring of keys. Yeah, we're past that. But
Yeah.
some stuff was going down in that keyhole.
Yes, they were laying in bed, kissing and rubbing each other. Those are my favorite types of sex scenes in horror movies.
You know what?
There's not any sex happening. They're just laying in bed doing this.
You're forgetting a key thing though, Tony. There
What?
is an extreme close up of a hairy ass in this movie, which you don't see too often.
Oh, was that his, or was that the dream sequence later? I think it was Billy's dream sequence, because I have a note about ass. I think that's the second dream sequence. Now, it's possible they did it in both.
There could have been double hairy asses in this.
Double hairy asses. The hairs on the ass were backlit perfectly.
Really glowing.
Like, wow.
Oh my God.
That's not usually the hair that you want to backlight. We need a hair light. Oh, he looks fine. No,
Yeah.
we need a hair light down there.
I remember the first time I saw this, I was like, whoa. I was like, damn, the 80s, man. I'm like, we didn't care. This rules. Show it off. Bring it back.
But then somehow Mother Superior just knows this is happening.
Yep.
She just she storms out of her office, pushes Billy aside, and just pulls out the belt and starts beating the kids.
Like, vigorously. Like,
Yeah.
multiple licks.
Yeah, she's real into punishment.
Screaming devil.
Yeah. Devil!
Yeah.
The devil!
Yeah.
I'm gonna whip the devil out of you. He runs outside. And then I like that Ricky's there. He's like, hey, what's up, bro? Reminding you that Ricky is still
Yep,
alive.
yep.
They went to the orphanage together. They had no other family, apparently. No one else could raise them. I mean,
Grandpa's probably out.
Grandpa, yeah, I don't think you want they just grow up in the insane asylum. So the Mother Superior comes out. It's like, hey, what you saw in there, it was very naughty, and they need to be punished. And at this point, I'm like, was Mother Superior with the grandfather? Is this planned?
Why are they so in sync?
I feel like there's 2 different setups for him. I don't think we needed one. I don't think we needed 2. We could have had either evil grandfather, Mother Superior, but they were like, no, he really needs to know about naughty people being bad. And then she's like, oh, by the way, Billy, you left your room. You're naughty too. And then whips the shit out of him.
Then gives him a bunch of licks when literally the other nun told him to go outside. I always got so pissed about that. I'm like, why are you?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. She was like, Billy, you've been in here long enough. You go outside and play. And then she just beats him anyway. When she was the one who told him to go outside.
Well, the younger one told him to go out, but the older one is the one that beats him, Mother Superior. Yeah, the other nun doesn't get disciplined by Mother Superior at all.
It wasn't cool, man.
That's bullshit.
It is
Bullshit. She got away with it. Oh, and then he gets tied up and forced to stay in bed. I'm like, all right, we're going a little too far here. We're going really too far here.
Ankles, wrists to the bed.
Yeah, and Mother Superior, her goal in life now is to fix William. She's like, my methods will prove to work. Everything's gonna turn out just fine with little Billy. But there's one more part of his his rehabilitation. He needs to sit on Santa's lap.
And then you have one of the best scenes in Christmas cinema.
Fucking
Unloads him.
Sucker Butt knocks him out of his chair, and the guy's not even mad. The guy looks like he's genuinely
He's like, what the hell's wrong with that kid? Literally,
Yeah.
Billy drew blood.
Like a lot of blood.
Yeah.
And the guy's just like, did that just happen? I'm not even mad. I'm more confused.
Yeah. Just unloads one right in the suck hole.
Oh, then he hides in his room away from Mother Superior.
Then you have that awkward like freeze frame close up.
And then 10 years later, we're now in 1984,
Yes.
baby. By the way, all like 3 decades that we see all look exactly the same.
There's nothing that's
There's
changed.
nothing. I'm like, were the parents' car even that old in
Yeah.
like the late 60s segment? I don't know. Everything looks exactly at the same time frame. But yeah, the younger sister, she gets Billy a job.
Yep.
And the one guy's like, no, I need a job for men, manly men, not boys. And then he looks at Billy and it's like this glamour, like gaze shot, like panning up.
To the most handsome man of
Yeah.
like all time.
Handsome man in the world.
Yeah.
And then the dude was just like, he'll do just fine.
the nod.
And then he's like the best stock boy ever.
Oh my God. What about the montage when he fixes the coloring book?
Yeah.
And like he gives him the like the head nod approval.
Everybody will be there.
Everyone loves him. There's just a whole montage and like it constantly cuts to like the boss being like,
Yeah. Yeah. Just the head nod of approval constantly. By the way, what was that? The manager or the store owner? He's in other shit. I'm like, I couldn't think about it.
God damn it. I can look it up real quick.
Yeah. Let's see. Because I'm curious.
Episodes of Greatest American Hero, The Jeffersons, The Baby Brides, Bosom Buddies, Too Close for Comfort, Happy Days.
No, dude. I'm talking about Britt Leach, the store owner. You ready for this?
Oh, the owner. I thought you meant the other guy who worked in the
No,
store.
not the little guy. The owner.
Sorry,
The owner's in The Great Outdoors, Weird Science, Last Starfighter,
Oh, okay.
Father of the. Yeah, okay. I was like, yeah, I totally remember this.
Gotcha.
guy.
I looked at the different guy who was there. But while we're at it, Will Hare, Grandpa.
Yeah. What do we got?
Uh,
Yeah, that's right.
he's Pa Peabody from Back to the Future.
Oh.
He's in Heaven Can Wait.
Oh my God, he is. Oh my God, yeah, he's the guy who blasts the mailbox with the shotgun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoa.
And then one episode of Dukes of Hazzard. It looks like Back to the Future was like his bit. He's in Enter the Ninja.
Oh, love that movie.
Plays a guy named Dollars. I haven't seen Enter the Ninja in a long time. Does
Hey,
Dollars ring a bell?
Hey, dollar bill, y'all. That sounds good. Sounds good to me.
Oh, The Clock. That's a show from the 50s.
Of course.
I
The
said, oh, of
Clock.
course, The Clock. We all love The Clock.
Oh my God.
All right. So
Good though.
yeah, Billy, everything's going great for Billy at the toy store.
He's crushing
Everyone
it.
loves him. His coworker, though, tells him that he's been fucking up. He's like, ever since Christmas has been coming close, you've been really fucking up, not doing work. You're staring at poor Pam out there. He's like, you get your shit together. And he's just like, you shouldn't be saying things like that.
You in this outfit right now is so much funnier than you realize.
Is it?
It's like it's really good.
I thought it was pretty cool.
Like you belong at a festival. Oh no, we lost lights to our skyscraper.
what the fuck?
Tony, stop with your magic Santa ways. Ah, we're back.
We're back.
We're back.
Nakatomi is back up.
We love it.
Shout out to Kevin from Peg Warmers for making that
Shout out
a few
Kev.
years back for our Die Hard, but it's a Christmas movie short. that I did.
Now a part of my Christmas viewing tradition.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. It's a little beat up. I gotta like fix it up a little bit. It's
love
moved a couple times. When I was still at the apartment, this was gonna be my Christmas tree, and then I moved
Okay.
like right afterwards. I'm like, oh, never mind. And it's just been sitting in the garage for like 2 years.
I love it.
Billy sees a Santa at the store and
Not
has a
good.
panic attack.
Not good. Triggering. Trigger moment for our boy.
If you know you have this, maybe don't work at a toy store.
Probably not the move. My dude literally starts like convulsing, sweating.
It's gonna be hard to avoid seeing Santa. Like, I'll agree with that. It's gonna be annoying. But when you work at like a toy store or something like children oriented, you're probably gonna run into more Santa shit than usual. Maybe find a job somewhere
Yeah.
else.
Yeah. Go change tires. Like anything else.
Yeah, change
Like,
tires, anything. Be a janitor at a synagogue. You will not see any Santas there.
That would have been close.
There might be some men with big beards. I don't know. Maybe the red suit has to be there for that to trigger. Can he see individual Santa things? Just not. If a guy in a red suit, he's like, that's fine. He doesn't have a big beard. This is the scene. He has a dream sequence about him getting it on with, was it Pamela?
Oh, yeah.
And this, I think I have.
Is this the hairy ass?
We did. I don't think we needed a close up on Billy's ass.
Okay, so
this is
this
it.
might be the hairy ass, yeah.
So he's been told that this is naughty, and it looks like the scene from earlier with the two teens hooking up.
Yeah.
So then like his subconscious kicks in, and the figure of a Santa Claus comes and starts murdering him, like cuts him down the side. It's pretty brutal.
Pretty brutal.
He wakes up, and like you could tell, like he's not doing well. He should probably go somewhere. He should probably call out of work, go to
He's
a
like
hospital.
arms in the knees shaking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we find out that the actor who's supposed to play Santa at the store, like broke his leg or something, playing hockey or something like that.
Yeah. Ice skating.
Yeah, he's not able to play Santa. Who are they gonna get? They choose Billy, of all people, to play Santa, even though he doesn't particularly look like a Santa. He probably could have got anyone else. Oh, I'm sorry, the temp agency, like they're all women at the temp agency. You can't just like get a guy.
How is that so hard? And then she's like, we need a fat, jolly one or something like that. It's like,
and
that's not Billy.
He looks fat and jolly, doesn't he? I'm like, actually, no, he doesn't.
No.
He doesn't look fat or jolly.
Billy looks like a bodybuilder.
Yeah. He looks like J.K. Simmons in that new Santa movie that just came out. I'm pretty sure at this point we've covered on the wrap up Red One starring The
Dude,
Rock.
I heard that was ass. Did you watch it?
Yeah, I watched it.
So-
At this point, the wrap up's out. I'm pretty sure I had plenty to say about it.
All right, we won't spoil it then.
But he is a jacked Santa in that.
Okay.
Like, he's like bench pressing and is like J.K. Simmons is just getting more ripped the older he gets.
Good for him.
I'm on his plan.
Good for
the
him.
older I get, I'll finally get in better shape.
There we go.
They put him in the Santa suit, and I'm sure it'll all work out. It doesn't work out. Girl number one sits on his lap.
Yep.
And it's just, the scene's so weird because she's like, no. And it's like, are they even taking pictures? Why is she on his lap for that long?
Like, what is happening?
Why aren't the
And-
parents just grabbing her?
Yeah. We can end this at any time.
Yeah.
You know? And the whole thing is he just like all of a sudden he's like, stop it, you know what happens if you're naughty, you get punished. Like,
Yeah.
I'll punish you.
Yeah, because he's been
And
trained
he's like
to,
severely.
he's been trained to punish the naughty
Right.
from the school. And his grandfather gave him the idea that Santa punishes naughty people. And then he saw a Santa kill his parents after he called his parents naughty.
Things
So
are adding up here.
things are all falling into place. So a nun calls to check in on Billy. She's like, how's he doing? It's like, oh, it's great. He's not working in the stock room. He's playing Santa Claus. And she just goes, oh, God.
Zoom in.
And she just hangs up. She should be like, get him out of there right
yeah,
now.
she could have just said, don't do that. Not the best idea.
That is the worst play. That is the worst job you could give this individual person. So that night, everyone at the store is drinking.
Partying, dude.
They are partying hard.
And Billy's crush, because he had a crush on that other chick that worked there, you know what I mean?
Yes, he's still at this point he's trying to keep it together. He's not doing a good job.
Yeah.
But yeah, he is like totally crushed. He's like, oh.
Yeah, he watches the guy who's giving him a hard time like make out with his crush, and the dude has like really tiny.
Well, he's trying. That guy's trying to make out with her.
Right.
He's like, hey, I got to show you something. He pulls up some mistletoe.
Did you ever see how tiny that dude's feet were?
No, I
They're
didn't.
very small.
I'm gonna go
Shout out to the Short Kings, but still, like it was like noticeably like petite feet.
Short Kings. Wait, did you just hear that? Oh my God, Tim.
Who do we have? Who do we have?
Kid Osborne is in the store. What's up, little buddy? How you been?
Shout out.
Oh, what's wrong? Oh, he's sick. His voice is. Oh, that's
been
why he
going
can't
around.
talk. Oh, that's a shame. Hey, little buddy, Kit Osborne, you can just sit right here
Perfect.
for the whole episode.
Great. Now I got two strange bearded men to look at while I have this episode. Awesome.
All right. Kit, if you feel like jumping in, let us know. But feel free to just stay there and say nothing. Wow. The podcast listeners probably can't believe that Kit Osborne is in
on
the
show.
store.
Wow.
So yeah, I'm glad you were looking at his feet, you pervert.
I knew this was coming.
So yeah, he like calls her into the back.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I got a present to show you. I've been working real hard on it or whatever. And then we find out he's just trying to sexually assault her. I'm like, buddy, that's not really a good present.
No, this was hard R-ing somebody. Like, it was like not good. Like, lips are like not good.
And he like, by the way, I didn't expect this from this character.
No.
Like, he was just an asshole yelling at a dude, and now he's just like hardcore rapist.
Like scumbag.
Just rip and like goes to like ripping her shirt off right away. And I was like, oh, poor Pamela. I hope someone saves her. Well, this is the moment that breaks Billy. He's like, I'm seeing naughtiness. I need to stop it.
Literally, you can see the transformation, like the flashing, then the blank eyes just take over, and Billy is in full-blown murder mode.
Punishment.
There it is.
And for me, I'm like, okay, he really likes Pamela. He was jealous at first, but then he saw that she's being attacked, so he's going to go in and save her.
Yeah.
And he comes in with the Christmas lights, and he just hangs the dude.
I mean, tiny guy, right?
Yeah,
That's what I'm
he's a
saying.
very
Lifts
tiny
him up
guy.
off the ground,
Yeah.
gives him the nice Christmas light strangulation.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. Like, yes, you just murdered this man, but like this girl is like right away. She's like, yo, you're nuts. You suck. Like,
well, yeah, it's one thing to be like rescued. It's one thing to even kill someone who's attacking you, but to slowly strangle them.
I guess.
And I'm like,
would've
okay,
been-
no, that's there's defending yourself, and then there's defending yourself like a little too much. Like, okay, I don't think you needed to.
I guess
do
you didn't
that.
need to like choke him out, yeah. But
Yeah.
still, like I thought she gave him a little bit of a hard time. for it.
Yeah. But like, she technically didn't do anything naughty.
Yeah.
And then Billy's just like,
Punishment is necessary, Pamela.
and then he kills her. And I'm like,
Kills
oh.
the shit out of her. Yep.
And I guess this is like my issue with the film.
Box cutter too.
With the box cutter. I guess this is my one issue with the film. But maybe it's because this is still early slasher. They hadn't really become formulaic yet. But like, we're not really getting like main characters that we want to see live.
Yeah.
He just kind of runs to. We're not even getting characters who we saw earlier and we want to see get killed. Like, after this, it's just mostly strangers after he gets out of the store segment here.
Yeah, for the most part, you're kind of rooting for Billy in the movie, at least in my opinion.
But I was like, oh, I thought Pamela would stick around longer. And I'm like,
I kill the shit out of her.
I
take
would have
her out.
I probably would have made Ricky a bigger character just because
Okay.
he's the one who lives toward the end.
Yeah.
And you could have had something there. But instead, he kills his boss for no reason.
Yep.
What was the naughty thing that's another thing. I feel like they're getting away from their like whole thing. Like, he kills naughty people. It's like, well, that guy literally did nothing.
Well, he was drinking and cursing. Yo, that's kill-worthy.
That is
as well.
kill-worthy. Okay, never mind. I guess it is.
But then, oh wait, did
Billy cursed earlier. Shouldn't he kill himself?
maybe. We'll see.
So yeah, he hammers the dude in the head.
Yeah.
Halloween 2's him.
Love
Michael
that.
Myers took
Love
that
that.
from him. And then he stalks the store lady.
Yes.
And she like, he's reciting Night Before Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, she outsmarts him for like a second.
Yeah, she put up a great fight.
But also, if she had just not revealed herself, she probably could have gotten out of there.
She probably wouldn't have been okay. I mean, he goes full archery mode on her, I'm pretty sure.
Where did he get the bow and arrow?
I think the bow and arrows were just kind of chilling on the side. My dude just suits up and owns her. Straight
thinking of, like-
Hawkeyes her right through the chest, I think.
Look, I was only around for 3 months in the 80s, so I don't have a good memory of it. Could you just get full-on bow and arrows at a child's toy store?
I'm going to say you could buy lawn darts, you could buy bow and arrows, you could buy things that were extremely dangerous for sure.
I guess so.
You could buy
I assume it'd be in
flamethrowers at Sears.
I assume it'd be in some packaging. You couldn't just rip it out. But yeah, he kills her.
Yep.
Bow and arrow. She's dead. And then we get Linnea Quigley.
Yes, queen.
Of course, she shows up, and I was like, that's Linnea Quigley.
Yep.
There she is.
In her prime, she looks great. It's
Yeah.
a great, this is an iconic role and kill for her too.
Yes. This is probably the most iconic thing in the movie, other
Yeah.
than the poster there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's hooking up with her dude. I guess she's a babysitter.
Yep.
If you're gonna have sex on someone else's pool table, put a blanket down
Yeah, it's not comfortable.
because it's a pain in the ass to clean those things.
Worried about cleaning them. Yeah,
I'm worried about
I'm worried about comfort, but yeah, you're right. Cleaning the
I'm
green
thinking about like the felt and everything. I'm like, oh no, you don't want to get in there. And, no. Put a blanket down. Put a blanket down, or just not do it on the pool table.
I'm sure there's a couch right there.
Yeah, just do a couch or something. Like, this is so hard to clean.
Not good.
This is me becoming an adult. Like, teenage Tony would be like, yeah, tits out. Adult Tony's like, oh, how are they going to get the juices out of
that pool table? God damn it, Tony. Come on, man.
I'm getting older, Tim. These are the things that concern me.
I already can't take you seriously in this outfit. Now you're worried about the pool table. I know, yes, me and Tony are going to play pool at the local bar after this. Money tables, it'll be insane.
More about the pool table. Now, okay. They hear a little girl about to come down the stairs. And she's like, I want to stay up and see Santa. And she's like, no, go back to bed. Do not come down here.
Do not come down here. I am naked.
Yeah, Linnea Quigley doesn't want anyone to see her naked, which makes this scene coming up a little confusing. So yeah, they get the little girl to go to bed.
Yep.
They go back to it. Mm-hmm. And again, every sex scene in this is just laying down, rubbing with your hands and
no
kissing.
Penetration.
Nothing like that.
Nope.
Then she hears some jingle bells.
Yes.
And she's like, oh, that must be the cat. I'm like, no, those bells are way too...
That is not a cat bell.
Do you have a fucking lion? that is not a little house cat. She's like, the cat's at the door jingling. I gotta go help him in. So the guy's like,
let me put on my jean shorts in December.
Yeah, I'm going to put my jean shorts on in December. And I'm like, okay, now she's clearly going to put her shirt back on. Nope. I'm like, but she didn't want... I'm like,
okay.
Because she just opens the front door, tits out. Like, she lets the cat in, and then Billy shows up with an axe.
Yep.
Why is he killing them? Why did he single this house out?
Well, because they're getting juices all over the pool table.
How does he know that's happening?
Extremely naughty, Tony.
Was he spying on them? Was there a scene of him staring at them?
He had to have been, man. He knows they're banging. He knows they're ruining that felt. He has to step in.
He's like that poor pool table.
He's got to step in.
For a minute, I was just like, is the little girl lives there? Like, the little girl was being mean to him, but I think it's a different little girl.
Yeah, I mean, he's just on the prowl.
Yeah, well, regardless, the boyfriend is completely oblivious and doesn't hear a grown man smashing down a door and chasing his girlfriend around a living room. He chases her with the axe. He doesn't get her with the axe, but he does pick her up and then impale her on deer antlers.
Which is so legendary.
The kill of the movie, basically.
Amazing.
Antler kills have been done a lot. We recently just did Lost Boys. That's how one of the vampires gets killed at the end with antlers impaling him.
Cry Little Sister.
And then Cry Little Sister play. If Cry Little Sister would have played in this, I would have been like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Tony can't handle it anymore. Yo, first song on the Touch Tunes jukebox when we go play pool after this, Cry Little Sister. It's going down. We're blasting that shit.
Oh, as I was editing, I found out that Marilyn Manson did a cover of that song.
Oh, that's got to be...
It's pretty good.
Is it?
Pretty good.
Okay.
Pretty good. I liked it. I was digging the cover of that. Yeah, so she's impaled on the antlers. What else did that? I think the Evil Dead TV show did that.
I was going to bring that one up.
Yeah, there's so many other ones. I know the Hannibal TV show had people like impaled on antlers. But I think this one did it first.
The OG.
Although I'm pretty sure like in the real world someone was killed by antlers. But this is the first one I remember it being
the first
done
one I've seen
on movies. By Linnea Quigley. You're dead now in this movie. And then this is kind of like dark where the boyfriend attacks him.
Yeah.
And he puts up a good fight until he gets thrown out a window.
And he ends up like getting more like the glass into him.
Yeah. And then the little girl finds him. And this seems like the scene from Terrifier 3. Like Terrifier 3 was very inspired by this film. At least the opening scene was.
Yeah.
And he's just like, have you been naughty or nice?
Oh, yeah.
And she claims to be nice, so he gives her a gift of a
bloody box cutter. Yes.
But this part's dark, where he walks out. We never see inside, but we just hear her calling for Denise. We're like, oh no, that poor little girl is just going to find her babysitter impaled.
And then low-key, like, Billy framed her. He's like, here's a murder weapon. Now call the cops. How did this little girl impale Linnea Quigley on these deer antlers?
Clearly the little girl did it. That doesn't make sense. They're like, what kind of idiot cop would believe this? And it cuts to the cop from Lawnmower Man going, it's a hell of a thing. It's a hell of a thing.
Wow. Fantastic setup, Tony. Fantastic.
And then he goes, all right, I got to go now. I got to go try to stop Michael Myers. I'm sure it'll all work out.
Wow. Fantastic. That was great.
Oh, man. That actor was also in Ed Wood.
He was.
I reviewed a bunch of movies with that actor this
love
year,
that guy.
apparently. So then the cops are driving around, and they see this Santa Claus breaking into someone's window with a ladder and everything.
Yeah.
And they're like, we got to stop this. So they break
Break
into
in,
this house.
bust in, boots
The
down.
mom's like, what's going on? They
What
kick open the door, and they're
hell?
like, freeze. And it turns out it's just the dad trying to...
Totally. Way to ruin another Christmas, you fucking
Yeah.
bastards.
Well, at least they didn't kill this Santa.
Yeah.
I realized, hold on, the sunglasses were on. At least they didn't kill this Santa. I did that joke with my eyes. I'm like, wait, no, people can't see my eyes.
People can't see your eyes, man. Get those back on, Tony.
Thank you, Scarecrows.
Stop looking so goddamn cool, Tony. You're honestly bothering me. Look at that. The dyed beard too, with like he's just looking, guys, come on.
This is the beard Johanna wore when she was the Grinch in the Die Hard short.
This is
The
fantastic.
costume came with that mask, that terrifying Jim Carrey mask.
That is terrifying. Both of those masks are terrifying.
Well, that one is literally Terrifier, so that kind of makes sense. Is
Yeah.
Kermit, this is what Christmas vest Kermit, is he terrifying?
No, he's leading the way. We needed a little bit of balance at least here, Tony.
And Gizmo, I got Gizmo there. And then you have that popcorn art Santa that everyone had.
There we go. Everyone in the world has had that popcorn Santa.
Every single person. Did you have that kid Osborne? His throat is still sore. He can't talk.
Just-
Poor
yeah.
guy. Poor guy.
Poor guy.
But then after that, it cuts to Billy just walking on the side of the road. And then he hears
Yeah.
the cops and he goes to hide like on the side of the road. It's like, Billy, you're bright red and white and you have bells on. Go further.
Get out, man.
You got to go a little further into the woods there. You stick out, buddy. But these cops are oblivious. They don't see them. Then we cut to teenagers trying to sled in the middle of the night.
Yes.
And then adults or older teenagers show up to steal their sleds.
So we are here to steal your sleds.
Yeah.
And I don't know. To me, it was one of those vibes where it's like, why are you outside? Where are your parents? It is literally like midnight.
Yeah. But like the older people, it's like, you guys just can't get a sled? I'm like, why don't you just like
there's no other sleds in town.
I'm like, do you have to steal the sleds? Can you just sled with them and take turns?
Tony, this is where you come in as Santa and bring sleds to all the good girls and boys. To the naughty ones, you know what's going to happen. It happens in this next scene.
So yeah, these older kids take the sleds. They're like, all right, time for us to go sledding, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah, they successfully steal them, and the one goes down the hill, no problem. He's like, yes!
He was like, and the thing too is like the hill was like not very awesome.
No,
Like,
it
was
wasn't.
Like he was having way too much fun.
There was some creative editing to make that hill look cooler than it was.
Yeah, because it was not good.
Then he's like, all right, buddy, your turn next. He's like, all right, I'm going to be here. And then somehow Billy just knows what's been happening this whole time.
Yep.
Has been lurking in a bright red and white suit with bells, and
No
no
one
one
can hear us
saw or
here.
heard him. And then he Friday the 13th part 5s him. Now, when it comes to sled decapitations,
Yes.
would you put this one above the one from Jack Frost?
Yes, I would. I just watched Jack Frost. That one was like a sled going 2 miles an hour and running over him and beheading him, where this one, at least we had an axe cut off, like as he was speeding.
Yeah.
Both fantastic, but I think Silent Night Deadly Night takes the cake on this one for sure.
And then, remember in Jack Frost, his sister, Shannon Elizabeth, just
Yeah.
a day later is concerned about getting laid.
Yeah,
in
she's
the
like,
house
yeah,
where
we're-
her brother died.
She's literally like, I'm going out. Like, who was it, Billy or something? I forget. No, I don't know if it was Billy. But she was like, yeah. She immediately goes out and then plows in the sheriff's house.
Yeah.
Or wants to anyway.
Wants to, and then she gets a shower and something about her hair being that scene was so confusing. Anyway, sorry. Go back and watch Jack Frost on rental reviews.
Go watch Jack Frost.
We did Jack Frost versus Jack Frost. We did
Yes.
that year. and a lot to say about the killer Jack Frost, which I love. And then go to Movie Dumpster and watch the Jack Frost 2 episode we did. I was a guest on that one. I like that one. Fuck you. The Hawaiian one?
Sorry, man.
No, that was
Sorry,
great. That was so fucking great, that movie.
Also, for some reason, I get compared to Michael Keaton as the snowman. Like, everyone's like, yo, why do you look like Michael Keaton when he's a snowman in Jack Frost? And then I go like this.
I can kind
You
of
can
see
see it, right?
Did you know the backstory of that?
I don't.
I don't know if it's ever been confirmed, but George Clooney was signed on to the movie.
Oh, God.
And then he left for, ironically, Batman and Robin. But the rumor is that they started because they got to make the shit ahead of time. They started making the puppet to look like George Clooney. And it kind of looks like George Clooney, but I think they gave it Michael Keaton's eyebrows because they didn't have time to...
Now that is fucked.
Does he kill the other guy? No, the other guy just finds the body. I don't think he kills the other guy.
I am drawing a blank right now. I thought he killed them both, but I'm not sure now.
He might have killed them both. I can't remember. This kill is so memorable that I forget the follow-up kill if it did happen.
Mm-hmm.
So a nun is now trying to work with the police. She's like, hey, Billy's lost it.
I can tell you why, too.
Yeah, I can tell you exactly why he did this. And like the cop never thinks to go, why would you ever get him a job in that store?
Fucking
Are you
idiot.
an insane person? So yeah, they decide that they have to call because they're all right. So you know him. Where would he be going?
Oh.
And she goes, oh, I think I know where she's going. He's probably going to the orphanage. And they're like, all right, we better call the orphanage. But some dumb fucking kid is playing pretend with the phone and pretending that her doll is calling someone and then just doesn't hang up the phone.
How convenient.
It's very convenient. And then no one ever goes into that office and checks. And no one had to make a phone call in that
Nobody
time.
did.
It's so ridiculous. Like, that's what you came up with?
We could have done a little bit better than that, guys.
I mean, I guess.
Billy cuts out the phone lines, like anything else. Like
something like there's a storm, actually. Something like that. So yeah, they get on the horn and they're just like, all right, be on the lookout for a Santa Claus. He's headed to the orphanage and he's gonna kill those kids.
Yep.
Maybe. And I do like the kids are excited to see Santa because they're ready. So this is Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Christmas night is just
It's
past, so
over,
they're supposed to write thank you notes to Santa.
Right.
And what do you know it? Santa shows up and
does.
Officer Burke sees him.
Yep.
He gets out and he's just like, stop, freeze, get away.
Yeah.
And he just lights Santa up. Fucking blows him away in front of all the children.
Everyone.
Hey, this reminds me of Bad Santa with
Yeah.
Bob Thornton. Everyone kind of agreed it was pretty fuck shooting Santa in front of kids on Christmas Eve. This Santa is dead. And then they are like calling the police. They're like, it's a body of a 50-year-old. They're like, no, that's not the right
That's
guy.
the wrong guy.
This poor guy got Ben Tramered.
He
got
did, like, Ben Tramered his ass.
And they're like, he didn't stop when I told him to stop. And they're like, he's deaf. I'm like, why would you pick a deaf guy to talk to the kids? The kids are chatty. Like, you need someone who can respond to that.
Why?
So this poor priest, I guess, or
Yeah.
reverend or something, just dead. And also, Burke, Barnes. We saw him recently. He was the children's doctor who yells at Loomis in Halloween 5. Who's basically like, you're insane! Stop ruining this little girl's
Yes.
brain."
Holy shit, yeah.
After this event, he survives this movie, and after this event, he sees how he harmed children. He's like, I'm gonna go become a child psychologist.
Yes. In the greatest Halloween sequel ever, not.
Go back and watch our What is the Best Halloween Part 4. Oh, God, that episode was fun.
It was. It was good.
It was fun.
It was a good one.
So Barnes gets yelled at by Mother Superior. I'm kind of on her side for this one. He's like,
This one, yeah.
He's like, don't worry, I'm going to keep him safe. It's like, no, you literally just shot someone who worked here. So is there anyone else around who can show up? It's like, no, we'll be fine. It'll be okay. So yeah, she's like, all right, get out of here. I got to go sing with the children. And
Yes.
she sings some freaking song. When did that? Hold on. When
Wait,
did that,
we didn't. Yeah, we didn't touch on
we
it.
didn't touch on that. All right, we mentioned there's a lot of weird songs. What was your favorite song?
Oh my god! So the entire way over here, I listened to "Warm Side of the Door" on repeat, which
Christmas
is the
on the warm side.
side of the door. Yeah. So basically, one of the main montages in the movie uses this song that's on Spotify. So please just listen to "Warm Side of the Door" on Spotify.
And it's always Christmas on the warm side of the door.
I
And
guess,
enjoy how good it is.
I guess because inside the house it's warm and that's where everyone's celebrating.
Yeah,
Christmas?
because
Okay.
it's always Christmas on the warm side of the door, Tony.
I've never heard the inside of a house called the warm side.
But there's chicken and gravy and hot apple pie.
I guess it's just a
I'm just
weird way
saying.
to phrase it.
I'm just saying.
Maybe it was a common thing to say back then.
By the way, one of our T-shirts that we released for this collection says "Death awaits on the warm side of the door." Yeah, which should have been the tagline. I'll take credit for that one. But
What was the tagline?
you survived Halloween. Now try to make it through Christmas. Santa's here. There was a few. For sure.
Well, here's the one on this one. Oh yeah, so this is a later release. If Nightmare on Elm Street gave you sleepless nights, and if Halloween made you jump at every shadow, and if every Friday the 13th was more frightening than the others, then beware, Silent Night, Deadly Night. Santa's here.
So legendary. And actually, I think Silent Night and Nightmare came out the same weekend.
Really?
And Silent Night was doing better for like the first 3 or 4 weeks before
Oh.
Freddy. Yeah, and TriStar, whoever pulled the movie kind of fast because of the backlash.
Okay.
But
I'm glad you mentioned Nightmare on Elm Street because in November it was the 40th anniversary
Yes.
for that film.
which, hey, there you go.
And to celebrate, I combined all my Nightmare on Elm Street
What a
reviews
guy.
into one big compilation.
You are
video.
Santa. Thanks for
I
the
am.
gift, Tony.
So you can watch a 10-hour-long video
Holy shit.
of me talking about all of them, except for parts 2 and 7. Because I did a solo review years ago,
Oh.
but it didn't really fit the format. And then I did part 7 on my friend Clayton's channel. But I include 2 promos for commentary tracks that I did for part 2 and 7.
What a saint. Always giving back to the people.
I am so giving. It's done now by the time this airs, but I did do a Hack Friday deal
Oh,
where I made Patreon 25% off.
wow.
But Tim,
I'm a Patreon member.
yes, thank you for being a patron.
Hey, there we go.
Tim, now you're a patron and you love it and everything's great. But some people out there are probably hesitant to sign up. You
Yeah.
know, they hear about these wonderful commentary tracks.
They
And I
shouldn't
put little
be.
promos out and they're like, I don't know if I want to spend $5 a month to listen to a ton of commentary tracks. Guess what? I made them available for individual purchase.
There we go.
So if you wanted to check out like 1 or 2 commentaries to see if you like them, if they're your thing, go ahead. You can. It's cheaper just to become a member.
It really is.
It really is.
And
then
you
get-
can watch the Lawnmower Man 2 bonus episode
Yes!
that we did on
which
Patreon.
is at the $2 tier. Yes.
There you
That's
go.
not available for individual
Sorry.
purchase yet. Sorry. But yeah, the commentary tracks, I made pretty much all of them available. So check those out. We got to get back into this movie, though.
Let's do it.
Okay, so then Barnes is checking outside the orphanage. He's
Yes.
checking everything out. He sees a door open in the shed.
Uh-oh.
Why would you ever like? He's like, I better go check that out.
Yeah.
It's like, maybe you wait for someone, then go check that out.
Sure.
But yeah, he goes in there. I think he goes downstairs. On his way back up, he gets attacked.
Yes.
So Barnes is dead.
Well, but that was an axe too, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was an axe to the stomach, I
yes,
believe.
to the
yeah.
Yeah.
Brutalizes him. So he's dead. He gets punished.
punishment is necessary, Tony.
Punish. At some point, he just screams punish.
It is. I mean, you know. that's what he's doing.
And then, for whatever reason, the poor goddamn snowman gets punished.
Owns him.
Now, is this a secret sequel to Jack Frost? Is
Is
this
it-
really Jack Frost 3? He knew that was the killer Jack
Was
Frost?
this actually just foreshadowing? Who knows?
I know one day there's an insane person. You know what? The killer from Jack Frost is in that orphanage. And so he gets older.
Because he witnessed it.
He's like, I know that kid really likes building snowmen. And he's always saying he wishes he was a liquid snowman who could kill people. I'm going to go punish him, but first I'm going to punish his snowman. That's my favorite, that he takes the axe and decapitates the snowman.
That's
I'm
awesome.
like, okay, buddy, relax. So they're all singing some song. And some idiot kid is like, well, that is clearly Santa.
Yeah.
Even though he really doesn't look like Santa at this point. He's wearing the outfit, but his beard's down.
His beard's off. He looks disheveled. He's sweaty, bloody. Like,
Yeah. This would not fool me. I would not be as easily fooled by this Santa. And then the kid just lets him in. Just opens up the door.
come on in.
He's like, yeah, come on. And even Mother Superior's like, no!
She's like, no.
Don't do it. And then a little girl's like, I gotta go hang out with Santa. And she's like, no, it's not Santa. Stop it. And then Santa wants to kill Mother Superior, even though that's like been his moral compass.
I would have killed the shit out of Mother Superior at this point. She's ruined my life, man.
Yeah, she really has.
So
I don't know if he knew. I don't know. It was just weird that was like his.
she's wheelchair bound at this point, too,
Yeah,
right?
she is.
Yeah.
So she can't get away. I guess that's my thing. I'm like, I'm expecting, maybe it's just me expecting a more traditional thing where it's like, he's looking for people who wronged him earlier in the movie and
Yeah.
trying to make justifications for why he's going to kill them. But now he's just like, you're naughty because I said so.
Yeah, he does, like, he breaks the line a little bit.
Yeah, he doesn't really have these
Yeah.
morals. He's just killing willy-nilly. And sometimes it's for punishment and sometimes it's just because he wants to, I guess. This seems like personal revenge. I think that's naughty. Personal revenge.
Yeah, at this point, all morals, all, like, ideas
Yeah.
have gone out the window for sure.
And he's about to just axe her in the head.
And, oh, God, I wanted it so bad. I
And
really did.
We forgot to mention that Ricky is watching all of this, his little
He
brother.
is.
And we've heard that Ricky is much better than Billy.
Ricky probably didn't remember this, luckily.
Yeah, well, no. Baby Ricky doesn't remember
No,
shit.
no, no.
But yeah, I like that he's like, she's like, will you put the music on? You're so much better than your brother. And I'm
Yeah.
like, all right, lady, relax.
Fuck you.
So yeah, he goes to axe Mother Superior, but the cop and the nun show up just in time and they shoot him.
Blast them, dude.
They shoot him as he's standing in front of children. I personally would have shouted out.
Multiple times you see Santa die. in
Yeah,
one day.
but yeah, they're always shooting Santa with children in front of
Yes.
Santa. I'm like, okay, maybe the one when it was just the kids, you have no choice. But if you know he's about to kill that old lady, I'd wait for him to start swinging and like get closer to him. Although I can't brag in Mummy Cop I did this intentionally. In Mummy Cop season 2. When he goes to save the kids, I made it the joke that the bad guy is like in front of the kids and Mummy Cop doesn't care. Just starts shooting.
So anyway, Mummy Cop comes in and starts blasting.
Just starts blasting. Like, no, I did that as a joke. This movie's doing it sincerely. I'm like, no, don't shoot.
Like multiple times.
Like, Jesus Christ, what if you miss? Oh my God. Again, realistic older Tony is focusing on the wrong detail.
Yeah, realistic older Tony dressed like a guy who sells LSD for a living, straight up with the green beard.
You're gonna torture those kids and ruin that pool table, and also maybe someone will die. I don't know. But yeah, he gets shot, and I think he looks at his brother. He's like, "You're safe now.
Yeah.
Santa Claus is gone."
And it always bothered me when because he's grabbing Mother Superior and she just kind of like shakes her arm off, like, don't fucking touch me. Oh, God, she's such a scumbag. I can't
It's
stand
so
her.
annoying she survives.
It's so annoying.
It's so annoying.
Like, of all the people who died,
Is she in the second one outside of flashbacks?
I don't really remember. Obviously, like, the last 20 minutes of the movie is all I ever focus on when I watch part 2. But, yeah.
Yeah. Famously, part 2 is mostly just part 1, right?
Part 2 is the entirety of part 1 with a fantastic last, 20-minute sequence.
Garbage Day.
Yes.
Everyone remembers Garbage
The
Day.
town rampage of part 2 is fantastic.
Everyone loves that, but it's like, why didn't they just make a whole new movie? Why did they just make it all a flashback?
Because they're lazy, but,
That seems real weird to do for a part 2. I don't know. So he's dead. The axe lands in front of Ricky, and Ricky watches his brother die. And then whatever hereditary insanity that this family has then passes on to Ricky, who then looks at Mother Superior and goes, naughty!
Yes! Epic ending. Ricky with the naughty to freeze frame. Fantastic.
Also, did anyone take out the garbage today? Hinting at the future there.
Garbage day. Which just like notoriously probably one of the best memes, like
Yeah.
best videos ever.
I didn't even know what that was from for years.
Yeah.
I would just see that early internet, people would just post that out of context.
So good.
Just randomly, garbage day.
And a lot of people don't understand that, like, and I know we're getting into part 2, but like a lot of people don't understand that neighborhood rampage scene, besides the garbage day kill, there are so many great moments in that that are just as funny.
Yeah.
So go watch that.
I should watch it. Yeah, this has been a franchise I've never been too hot on for whatever reason.
It's because most of it's pretty bad, but
yeah.
one is good, 2 is pretty good, 3 and 4 are ass.
Oh, you're like, 2's pretty good because it's mostly 1.
Yeah.
If you like 1, you're probably gonna like 2.
You will, and then you get the campiness, and then like 3 and 4 are terrible, 5 is good.
Okay. That was the remake. I heard he goes around with like a flamethrower or something.
Yeah, flamethrower. It's like, yeah.
Although I think some of that was based in reality. Some guy was going around flamethrowing people. I have the story, Tim.
Tell me.
In 2008, some gentleman was very, very disgruntled. And he walked around Los Angeles. What did he do? He was wearing a Santa suit.
I do remember this.
He entered his in-laws' property, killed a bunch of people by either shooting them or using arson from a homemade flamethrower.
Wow.
So that was 2008.
What a G.
And then I guess the people who made the 2012 one, they were like, wow, that was a really horrific thing that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just do our version of it. I'm like, well, that's kind of like horrifying. Because I heard he had a flamethrower in the remake. I'm like, oh, that's stupid. And then I found out it was like based in reality. I'm like, oh, never mind. I guess it's more realistic than all the other ones.
Yeah.
I heard that one's actually not that bad, the remake.
Yeah, and I've only seen it once, and it was like probably when it came out.
Yeah.
So I need to revisit it for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, Silent Night, Deadly Night. I don't think it's the best Santa slasher. I think I liked Deadly Games way more.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people, if you haven't seen Deadly Games, you should watch it. It's criminally underrated. It's like a foreign movie, but I mean, Silent Night is just iconic. Is it the best? I don't know, but it's up there.
It's a very important film in the slasher genre.
Oh, hell yeah.
But it's not even like my favorite like Black Christmas, I think, is better.
Black Christmas is eerie.
Yeah.
Silent Night, Deadly Night is just a very good slasher movie.
Yes. But yeah, it's solid. It's solid. I'm just thinking of like other Santa slashers. Obviously, Santa Sleigh with Bill Goldberg,
which is just camp as hell.
Perfect. I need to watch more. There's so many Santa slashers.
There's some good ones. Yeah. I mean, there's a ton of Christmas horror movies in general. Don't Open Till Christmas, To All a Good Night.
Yeah, I need to watch. I think on Patreon I might be doing the mean one, the one where David Howard Thornton was like not the Grinch from a few years back. I want to check that one out because that one looks ridiculous.
I liked Violent Night that came out.
I still have not watched Violent Night.
It was really fun.
I heard it because it's like Die Hard but with Santa.
Yeah, it was really fun.
And then I didn't watch Fat Man with Mel Gibson, which is sort of like a similar idea where he's Santa. I did watch last year. Did you see Silent Night last year?
No.
With Joel Kinnaman. It was John Woo came back and I think it was like his first like American action movie. And it's like mostly a silent film. There's very few audio, like it's very few like dialogue throughout it. And it's got some really good like shooting. It's John Woo. You get some really good like gunfights in it. That movie was actually pretty solid. I'm surprised it didn't do better and like more people didn't watch it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's more action. But yeah. I'd say check out Silent Night, Deadly Night. You know, it's the 40th anniversary. I think they just put it out on some Blu-ray or something. I think there's like a new one. And we love it. Tim, where can we find you?
So you can find me on Tapes from the Crypt on IG, tapesfromthecrypt.net. Like I said, there'll be some extras of our Silent Night, Deadly Night collection you can buy this month, December rather. And I actually brought something for Tony's viewers. It'll be a giveaway, but this is a signed photo of the star of Silent Night, Deadly Night, Robert Bryant Wilson, and a sticker. And however you want to do it, you can give this away for one of your
we will do a giveaway.
Viewers.
I haven't done a giveaway in a while. I was telling you this beforehand. Last time I was doing giveaways, there was a lot of like spam on YouTube.
Yeah.
And people were making account. It wasn't just happening to me. It was happening to other people too. But I think because I was doing giveaways, I was being super targeted. There were people making spam accounts that looked like me. And like the giveaways would be like, hey, sign up and we'll give you like the tape that we reviewed in this movie. And we'll sign it. But then someone would pretend to be me and respond to them going like, you want a PS5, DM me. And then I got DMs from people going, where's my PS5? And I would go,
Oh, God.
I would go, I don't know. Where is your PS5? Why are you bothering me about this?
It's a nightmare.
So you know what, Tim? I'm going to try it again.
Why not?
We're going to do, we used to do Google Forms. So you put your email in and then I cycle through it. I will put that out on the community post on YouTube. Maybe on my socials as well. And we'll give away a signed photograph there from our wonderful killer. What's he like in real life?
Super nice guy.
Is he still jacked?
He's not jacked. He's bald. He is chill. Lives in Cali. He was really fun. He put on a Jason mask and like pretended to strangle me. It was fun.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
he's very cool.
I think I talked about it recently. I've been strangled twice by Kane Hodder in my life.
There you go.
As a teenager and then in my 30s. I'm like, how does this keep happening?
I was at the Monster Mania where he accidentally like almost cut someone's arm off because it was they brought in a real machete.
Oh,
then the dude was like bleeding through the hotel.
Why did he bring that in?
I don't know. Bad call.
God damn it. But yes, thank you all for watching. Please like, share, subscribe. Please check out that Patreon. Get yourself a commentary track or two. We got some more on the way. Check out the merch store.
Yeah.
Patreon also has gifted membership. So I think if you want to buy someone, if you know someone who's a fan, but they don't have a Patreon, they don't have a page, they're not a patron, you can buy them a membership.
Perfect.
And thank you all for this year. And we got some more Christmassy stuff on the way this month.
Perfect.
Yes. Oh, we will have a Hanukkah. I am planning a Hanukkah review.
There you go.
Hanukkah takes place after Christmas this year, so
inclusive Tony, we love that.
Very inclusive.
He's a great guy.
Inclusive.
Use his code Hack the Tony on my store. Save some money. Yeah, it'll be great.
And let us know what your favorite Santa slasher film is. I am excited to hear it. And I think we should come back next year for Worst Silent Night.
Let's do it.
Deadly
I'm
Night
so down.
movie. I think that'll be a really, really fun one to do. I can't wait to watch them all.
Watch part 5. Fantastic.
I'm going to watch them all.
Okay.
And that one better be as good as you're saying.
It's good.
Because you thought Halloween 5 was better than Halloween Resurrection. So I don't know if I agree with you, Tim.
I will say this is a good comparison to that.
Which way does it lean more toward, Halloween 5 or Resurrection?
I will say probably leans a little more Resurrection for your sake.
Oh, so, okay, all right. Now you're winning me over.
You'll be all right.
All right, that is it from us. Goodbye.
Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out our other videos and Patreon page.
Talking about tapes.